Hello, loves. It has been quite a while since I have made a video, and I woke up this morning and just knew that that was something I had to do today. So I've kind of been fighting it all day. I've been a little bit nervous. That said, I made a commitment to myself that I would show up in this way today, and I asked Spirit, what would you have me create a video around? Since you're calling me to come and make a video, what should I make this video about? And the answer was energetic sovereignty. So energetic sovereignty is being at one with our own energy, not being mired in so many other people and places and things energy, but really feeling centered and grounded in our own vessel with our own energetic resonance, because we all have a slightly different resonance. So coming into our own vibration and really standing in that, standing in our own power. As I'm making this video, the holiday season just ended. It's January 4th, 2018. So I'm guessing that a lot of us have had a pretty hectic last couple of weeks. We've seen family and friends. We've had places to go and things to do. We've lost time to do our self-care practices like meditation and yoga. Walking outside, I know, has been hard for me because it's been negative temperatures every day here, and as much as I love being outdoors, just cannot do it. Can't be out in that weather. So for one reason and another, I have felt out of touch with my own energetic sovereignty, and I can imagine that many of you have as well. Even if you're watching this later on and it's not the holiday season, we are constantly falling out of energetic sovereignty, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's 1,000,002 reasons why we would fall out of energetic sovereignty, whether it's because we have a strong connection with somebody, whether that be a positive or a negative connection, because of some strong emotions that are coming through related to a person, an event, etc. There's literally countless reasons that we would fall out of energetic sovereignty, and it's okay, it's totally natural. That said, it's really essential to our own well-being when we're feeling this way, to come back, to engage in practices which make us come back into our own center, our own resonance. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to engage in a practice together in which we clear out our energetic fields of the influences of other beings which are keeping us from standing in our own true resonance. I believe that another part of this is that as we go about our lives and we experience trauma or intense situations, often pieces of our energy will fragment off. And just because they go away doesn't mean they're gone forever. There's a really nice practice in which we pull in, we remagnetize these pieces which we have lost of our own beings. So that's going to be another part of our practice today. We'll engage in cutting energetic cords. We get energetic cords which connect us to other beings or to our jobs or other things which are really present in our lives. And this is not a bad thing that we build these cords. It's the way that we can connect. But we want these cords to be built in unconditional love. And often they're not, especially with the people that we have really strong emotions with, whether those be positive, it's a partner or a parent, or negative, it's somebody you really dislike. We tend to build cords. I know a lot of cords will come from your solar plexus if it's like a control relationship. A lot of cords can come from your root if it's like a fear relationship. So we build cords that are constantly pulling energy out of us. And so we want to cut those cords. And I will say that cutting the cords doesn't mean you're cutting the relationship with the person. So you don't have to be afraid that if you do a cord cutting, the person's going to be gone from your life. It might happen that way if it's a person that isn't supposed to be in your life. It's a person you don't like and you've been putting all this negativity in them. You might cut the cord and feel free of it, which would be a good thing. Instead, if it's like your partner and you guys have been arguing, you cut the cord and you might just come into your own space. I know from my own relationship that it's really easy to, with a partner, come into this space where you're putting a lot of need into them, or they're putting a lot of need into you. So you're constantly pulling energy back and forth, and it kind of leaves you both feeling drained. That can happen in like parent relationships, sibling relationships, friendships, any sort of relationships. So we're going to work on cutting some of those cords so that you can feel more at one with yourself and more at home in your own energy field. So I won't ramble on too long before we get started. I just wanted to give you a little intro of where I've been and of where we're going in this healing, this Reiki healing for energetic sovereignty. It is my deep pleasure to be your guide through this journey. I hope that it serves you. And at this time, I would just ask that you find a comfortable seat, or you could lie down. If you'd like to watch the video, I will be using my hands to channel energy through to you throughout. So some people really do well with that sort of visual stimulation. I'll also be using my voice as a healing tool, and my eyes. Whether you decide to open your eyes or keep your eyes closed is totally up to you, and whatever you feel called is exactly right for you in this now moment. So just trust that and know that there's no wrong way to work through the practices and receive the energy offered in this video. So go ahead and get comfortable, and as you settle in, just bring your attention to the breath. Breathing in deeply into the belly, and maybe breathing out with a sigh, just letting go of the stress and tension of the day. Breathing in deeply. Let it go. Let the day thus far go. We all have stress in our lives, whether it's use stress or distress. We all have stuff. We all do, and it's fine. You may wish to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to the belly, and just feel yourself breathing in and out. Feel the belly expand with the in-breath and contract with the out-breath. Feel the stresses of the day falling away as you commit to taking this time for yourself to come back into energetic sovereignty. And we'll start by grounding and centering. So just imagine as you breathe that a golden light comes down from above you, and feel it enter the crown of your head. This light begins to travel in a spiral around your head, to the back, to your forehead and your third eye, around the back of your head, over your face, to the neck and throat. It travels in a spiral through your arms and over your chest, into your heart center, permeating with golden light. It travels around your back, back in the front to the solar plexus, around the back, into the sacral, around your bottom, into your root. The light continues to travel, to spiral down your legs, down your thighs, to your knees, to your calves, your ankles, into your feet. And as it reaches your feet, allow this energy to travel down like roots spreading outward into the earth. See this energy moving down through all the layers of rock and sand and sediment, through the layers of the earth, until you reach her very core. And you might imagine at the core a pulsating crystalline light. And you can see your energy connecting into this energy at the core of the earth, and feel her holding you. She takes your energy and she empowers it, sending her energy back up through the earth to the bottoms of your feet. It moves up the calves, into the knees, the thighs, the hips, the pelvis, the root. And at the root, we let that energy permeate, spiraling around. We let that energy sort of grow this energy center into a pulsation of light. This beautiful, deep, blood red light, pulsing and moving. And as it does so, clearing any vibrations in your root which are not of the highest for you in this now moment. Allowing this center to vibrate at its own correct frequency. Allowing this center to be empowered with love and with light. And then feeling the energy move upward the belly into the sacral center. And again, see the center pulsating with light, this radiant orange sun glowing at the sacral. This is a center in which, in our sexual relationships, we often give away our power. So we just kind of let this orange light permeate and reconnect us with the mother, with the earth. Beautiful, beautiful light, cleansing, empowering, healing. Bringing us back into alignment and remembrance of our own core truths. And then moving this light up through the belly into the solar plexus. See it glowing at the solar plexus, a radiant yellow sun, bright, bright light. This is your power center. This is the center in which, as such, we give away our power. And if you're anything like me, you do it a lot. Some of you might be better at it than me. But keeping energetic sovereignty often has a lot to do with the solar plexus chakra. So really allow that light to transfer through this center, to cleanse it, to move it, to pulsate it, to just bring it into energetic resonance with its own unique vibration. If you feel any discomfort throughout these exercises, know that you are held, know that you are safe. Know that this is energy beginning to move, which is not always comfortable. Often, as we work towards wholeness, we experience great pain. When we turn away from that pain, it stays, it lingers, it festers. But when we just face it, even though it's uncomfortable, even though we don't want to, we can transmute it into light, and it is so beautiful of a process. So moving that light up now into the heart center. See it glowing green or maybe even pink. Whatever color you see is exactly right in this now moment. Allowing the energy to pulsate through your heart. We often connect cords with others from our hearts too, which sometimes are not necessarily helpful cords to us either, because we are giving so much of our own energy and not receiving in return, and that's something that we need to work on in regards to energetic sovereignty, is making sure that we are fueling our own selves and not just giving away to others. Of course, service to others is so beautiful and divine. We just cannot forget our own selves, and so often I think it's really easy to do so. So just let your heart permeate in this loving vibration here and now. Let it be cleansed, let the energy move. And as you're ready, just kind of move it up into the throat, our center for communication. Let it soak in this vibration of love and of light. As we come into our own resonance, we find it easier to speak our voice. Speaking my voice is something I personally have always struggled with. I've been a people pleaser, so I've given away my power a lot, and as such, I've lost my voice. And finding our voice is so empowering, and the more that we use it, the more that we want to use it. And it's okay. If you've given your power away, I want you to know it's okay. This life is a school here on earth. We're learning in each and every moment, and nothing that you do is wrong or unforgivable or shameful. You know, we feel these emotions, but in truth, it's just your lesson to grow into a more full being. So just, you might even feel called to feel the vibrations of your voice ringing through your throat in this moment. Nobody can hear you. I can't hear you. So just do whatever you feel called, and allow that energy to move through the throat and then to travel upwards into the third eye. And allow it to soak into your third eye and this resonance of indigo light, the night sky full of stars. That's how I like to think of it. Just pure, endless light and beauty. There's so much light out there in the universe, and the more that we connect with that light, we start to see that that's exactly what we are. You probably heard people say we're made of stars, and maybe you thought that was stupid or silly, but it's really true, because all of the elements that make up our bodies once made up stars and made up other beings, and we're all just like intricately connected in this divine dance. And this is the center, the third eye, that allows us to really know that connection, and to see into this inner world, which is the truth. Not the illusion, the glamour of the outer world, but the divine truth of God, of spirit within you. So just allow it to permeate the third eye, allow the center to open. If your eyes are closed, you might be seeing some cool patterns going through. You might see some sacred symbols, the Merkaba, the Ankh. You might see, I don't know, I can't think of any symbols right now, but you might be seeing some in your third eye. And then you move this energy up finally once more into the crown. This violet light, the divine light, coming into this center and opening up your connection with the divine. This center just glows. It's so beautiful. Just allow the light, the violet light, to permeate it. You might be feeling warmth. That's what I'm feeling right now. It's just warmth at my crown. It feels really soothing. And as you soak in this warmth, just imagine now that light begins to sparkle out of the crown. Like a waterfall, it goes up and then it falls down around you, so that your entire auric field becomes entrenched in this violet light, so that the light of the divine is surrounding your entire energetic body. Just allow yourself to feel, to see, to experience the effects of that light on your body. And be mindful of your breathing. If you've lost track of the breath, come back to that. Come back to feeling the peace within your being. And know that as you are surrounded in this violet light, you are held in divine love. Oh, and it feels so good to be in this space with you. It's an honor to share it with you. As we soak in this violet light, now imagine it begins to permeate your body. And as it does, it sinks into your cells. Every cell has consciousness. Every part of your being has consciousness, its own form of consciousness. Consciousness is life. Allow each bit of your precious sacred body vessel to be soaked with consciousness, to be soaked with light, to be enlightened. And now, as we do this, we call upon Archangel Michael to come and be with us now. We wish to cut the energetic cords which are not connected to us from the vibration of unconditional love. Any cords which are connected, please cut them now. So what you can do is you can scan your body, and any place where you feel some sort of discomfort or pain or maybe coldness or like a lack of energy, you may have a cord connected there. And you can actually take your hands to that place, and you can do like karate chops. Some people like karate chops. You can do like pulling out, like you're imagining you're pulling this energy out. Or I really like to do this sort of like soothing, this always feels like it gets it the best for me, this sort of like soothing, gentle, just release with my hands, like it's like a cosmic dance. That's what really gets it for me. I love that sort of like sensual, nice movement for releasing energy. So we're calling on Archangel Michael to release all our cords, and you might find that you have many in your body. So just take the time, wherever you feel any sort of abnormal energy, just go ahead and focus your attention there. Say thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping us to release the energy which is no longer serving our beings. Thank you for clearing the connections which are not serving our highest good. We ask that only those connections held in pure unconditional love remain. And anything out of that in resonance, may it fall away from us now as we work to come into energetic sovereignty. And wherever a cord is removed, oh Michael, we ask that you fill this space with your violet healing light. Refuel it with the divine energy of life and love. Do not leave that space empty, but fill it, infuse it with light. And just take a moment and infuse your body with light as we cut these cords. As I said, you might feel some discomfort. You're letting go of strongly held energies. And if some of these energies are really, really deep-seated, like you have this really strong cord with somebody, it might take some work to detach it. It's obviously taken quite a while to build the cord. So if it doesn't feel completely detached in the time that we have together here, don't give up and think it's useless. You can keep working on this, and even to retain your energetic sovereignty as you go about your day. When you feel yourself getting lost in somebody else's energy, you can actually just like come and do those chops and like no. And you can call on Archangel Michael if you like. He's really helpful in removing cords. I always find I have a much easier time when I call in his presence. So I want to presence my gratitude. Oh, Archangel Michael, thank you for coming through. I see this image of a harp right now, and I really wish I had some harp music to play for you. I don't, but it'd be really nice because it feels like that would be super soothing for us right now. It's just beautiful harp, sort of just bringing our energy resonance back. Yeah, next time I'll remember music. Yes. So as we cut those cords and we infuse the body temple with light, we're coming more and more into our sovereignty. And another thing that I had spoken about at the beginning of the video was that we often lose parts of ourselves. So we're going to call back the parts of ourselves that were lost. And again, this might be a process that takes you more than one time. We live crazy lives, and for some, this may be the first time you've ever done any of these practices. For others, you may have done them before, but there's heavy energies missing. It's fine. We're all on a journey, and things come to us as we're ready for them. So to do this, we're going to just imagine this golden ball of light above the head. This ball of light is pulsing and moving and dancing. It feels really powerful. It's magnetic. And we ask that any parts of our beings which we have lost, which are ready to come back to us in this now moment, that they come into this golden sphere. Whether we've lost them to ex-lovers, to fear, to trauma, abuse, or to any sort of life experience, we ask the parts of us that have been gone, they come back to us now. And just allow those parts, allow yourself to feel those parts returning. And as you feel them returning, we want to pull them into our energy body. So just imagine them coming down through the crown and into the heart center. You might wish to place your hands upon the heart. And just say, welcome home. Welcome home to all these parts of my being which have been gone. I'm so sorry for the life experiences which led you to want to leave, to have to leave. And I will try my best to live in such a way that makes you feel safe to stay with me. And I'm kind of just feeling called to take some exhaling breaths, feeling a sort of heaviness in my heart at this calling back of energies. That's all right. As emotions come through, allow yourself to process them. I have been an extremely emotional in these past months of my life, and I'm coming to accept that it's not really who I've ever been before. I was always really, really afraid. Always really, really afraid to feel my emotions, and now I feel them all the time, and it can be overwhelming, but it's beautiful, and it's allowed me to reconstitute parts of my being that I didn't ever feel connected with before. So it's a beautiful process, this healing journey, and the journey back to sovereignty, and it's not something that happens overnight. That said, it's something that we work at day by day. It's something that, for me, has been this amazing source of joy, and it's also been this amazing source of pain as I work to be in my highest vibration. I have processed through a lot of pain, which has been really difficult for me. Hence my absence from this sort of sphere. I've been doing a lot of deep internal work so that I can better serve the divine and better serve myself. And so whatever comes up for you in this now moment, just embrace it with an open heart. And you might not even feel anything. You're like, I don't even know if anything happened. This is weird. What are you talking about? Trust the process. Trust that you are receiving the medicine that you need in this here now moment. Trust the resonance of your own being to know what it's ready for. Trust the journey. Because it is a journey. It's a dance. I just listened to an Alan Watts talk the other day, and he says, life isn't a journey because that implies there's a destination. Life is just a dance. It's just a dance. Just an experience to be had. And we grow and we change, and sometimes we change for the better, and sometimes we go down paths that weren't what we thought they would be, and it's all just a part of it. So now I just want you to sit and breathe, and I'm just going to take some time to channel energy through. If you feel called, you can watch my hands. And if you feel called, you can keep your eyes closed. Again, just do whatever's right for you in this now moment. Presencing so much love and light. You are an infinitely powerful being, and nobody can ever take your sovereignty. Sometimes we give our sovereignty away. That said, we can always, always, always come back. We can always come back. No matter how far wrong you've gone, you can always turn around. It's the beauty of life. It's the beauty of life, and I fully believe in the highest unfoldment of all beings. You know, it won't happen for everybody in this one lifetime. But that's the vibration I like to hold with others. I believe in you. I believe in your journey. I believe in your path. And I know that you're going to become one with God again, because we all are. We're all divine. It's beautiful. Just allowing your emotions to flow through you without judgment. I know in my own journey, I really, really judge myself sometimes for the things that I feel like, why am I feeling jealous right now? That's so stupid. Ugh. Aren't you beyond that by now, woman? Why are you feeling sad right now? There's not even a reason. There's not always a reason for our emotions. So the task at hand becomes, instead of judging, to hold our emotions in compassion, instead of attaching, to allow them to flow through. I think so often, so many of us attach stories to our emotions, and we hold on to these stories like, this is what it is, this is why I feel sad, and this is mine, and this is my pain, and it doesn't help. I guess it just keeps it in you. It doesn't allow it to flow. Emotions, energy in motion, they're supposed to be moving, but instead they get trapped up in our bodies, and then they hurt, and then we don't like the hurt, so we do things to cover them up, like use alcohol or marijuana, or spend all our time talking to other people instead of coming in here, or we use food or shopping. We have 1,000,002 distractions from feeling the effects of our choices in our body, and when we have the courage to just sit with them, they will move and flow and come back into that motion, which is their natural state. And we have to learn to not get stuck in the story. It's been a huge, huge thing in my life. So stuck in the story, and I just can't, you can't move through it when you're stuck in the story. You have to let the story go and understand that it's all this experience, and everything that happens is an opportunity to grow. It's not good, it's not bad, even if that's how society would see it. It just is. It's just a chance to be more in resonance with truth. And I want you to know that you can heal through time and space. Yes, you can. Just because something happened in the past doesn't mean you're stuck with it forever. Just because somebody who you had a trauma with is gone, maybe they passed away, maybe they moved away, doesn't mean you can't heal it. You don't have to be next to the physical body of a person to heal with them. You can always connect with their energy signature. It's never too late. I love to look at my mother as an example of that. She really started her journey to connect with spirit in her early 60s. She's a beautiful soul, but she never really had that. And she's so about it now, and it's so beautiful to witness. She's healed a lot of relationships in her life through this work. Anytime you come to some tension in your body, allow yourself to intone if you need to. I found the voice to be super useful in releasing energy. I'll do this. My boyfriend's like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry, nothing. Clearing. Or maybe it's not your voice that's needed, but maybe it is some sort of like physical thing, like, oh, I just feel really called to rub right here, tap right here, flick off energy right here. Whatever you feel called, allow yourself to do it. If it's just to sit and receive, that's totally fine too. In an effort to maintain energetic sovereignty as you go about your day-to-day life, this practice I found to be really useful. You've maybe heard of creating an energy shield, in which you imagine like a bubble of light surrounding your body. I like that energy shield, except I don't like to think of it as a shield, because a shield is like a war connotation, and I don't want to feel like I'm at war with the world. Everything that I see is a reflection of me. It's a teacher. So instead, I want to feel like I'm inviting the highest from everything that I encounter. So what I like to do is I like to pull in light through the crown of my head, into my heart and my solar plexus. And I like to let those two energies take a minute and percolate and merge. And then I like to surround myself in that combined energy of heart and solar plexus resonance. So it's like me, I'm in my power, I'm putting my own power, my own strength, my own sovereignty around me, but I don't like the word but, and I'm also putting love. I'm also putting love around me. It's so easy to come to the world out of fear and all of its manifestations, whether they be hatred, whether they be sadness, whether they be infinite manifestations of fear, and to not even realize that we're doing so. I've been on my path for 5 years, I guess, was really when I started getting into energy and learning. And there are times when I am so wrong about my motives. All the time it happens. And I'm learning to hold myself in compassion, and I hope that you can learn to do the same. Compassion and gratitude are two of the highest vibrational energies. Compassion starts from within. How can we really have compassion for another if we don't have it for ourselves? And if we are hating on ourselves, if we are putting hurtful energy to ourselves, which I'm very, very guilty of, I do it still way too often, and I'm getting better at catching myself. No, that's not what I want to be putting into myself. Instead, what I want is to bring in light and connect with the divine. It's really easy to not hold ourselves in compassion. It's really easy to get lost in self-judgment. And when we're not holding ourselves in compassion, it's really hard to be compassionate for anybody else, because they are all reflections of the self. So we learn to hold ourselves in compassion, and then we learn gratitude. Gratitude is the most divine energy. It's so beautiful. It is an acknowledgement of the blessing it is to be alive, and sometimes it doesn't feel like it's a blessing to be alive. I've been there. I've wanted to kill myself. I've wanted to hurt someone else. I've just been over it, over this earth existence. Like, take me back, God, I don't want this anymore. Instead, when you come to those places, even if you get lost in the emotion, when you come out, can you be grateful for the experience? Can you be grateful, like, wow, look at where that pain's residing in me. Look at where I am not in truth. Look at where I'm not in alignment. I'm so grateful to know that, because now I can focus energy there. For example, for me, it's been inner child stuff. As I've come to look at my reactions to things and the way that I approach the world, I see so much how it's my wounded inner child that's interacting with the world. I think a lot of us are like that. Parenting is hard, and being a kid is hard, and I don't think most parents do it on purpose, but our parents end up wounding us, and that child goes neglected. And so we come to a place of holding that little child in love. That has been a huge practice on the road to sovereignty for me. Holding that little child inside in love. Asking, what do you need right now? What do you need right now to feel whole? What do you need right now to feel loved? Do you want to play? And your children love to play. I got a bouncy ball, and I was like, oh, it's so much fun. You know, just building a relationship with an inner child allows you to bring so much compassion, because a lot of our imbalanced reactions is that unhealed inner little one within us. So, and then we're mean to that. We're like, fuck you, inner. And we're not saying inner child, you know, just like, you're bad, you're wrong, that was gross, this is shameful, I feel guilty, and like, we're putting it all on this little one who just wants love, who just wants to know they're worthy. So instead we learn compassion, and we learn gratitude, to be grateful for each and every moment, even when it's difficult, because the difficult ones, they help us grow so much. They help us grow so much. And I know I'm rambling, just sort of allowing what wants to come through right now, so I really hope this is beneficial to you. I know that I'm receiving healing in this now moment. And as I am you, I assume you are too. So let's just take a few more minutes together, breathing. You might want to pull some light through you again, down through the body, into the feet, and into the earth. Just regrounding into the earth. You want to join your hands in prayer for a moment, and just presence, gratitude. What are you grateful for in your life? I'm so happy and grateful simply to be alive. simply to be here in this now moment on earth when so much wisdom is available, so many opportunities for growth and healing are available. What else? What else are you grateful for? I'm grateful to have a platform to share when I feel called from my heart. And I'm grateful to be connecting with you. We've probably never met, but I love you. We've probably never met, and I love you. But is a hard word not to use. One of my teachers taught me that but just negates everything you said. So we use different words. And I love you. 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 As I love myself, I love you. And just join me as we close our session together in this mudra of sovereignty. Another teacher of mine taught me this mudra, and what it is you take your dominant hand, I'm right-handed, and you breathe in as you pull it around, collecting energy, as it were, and then your other hand's kind of holding space here, and then on the out-breath, you pull that energy into the heart. So we'll do it a couple more times, breathing in, and pulling our own energy into the heart. Once more. It has been an honor and a blessing to connect with you today. I wish you all the best on your journey to truth, on your cosmic dance through life. Thank you for being here, for showing up for yourself. I love you. Namaste.